So someone initiated the process. Not a serious candidate, but I have no idea.
Good afternoon. Thank you. I'm Russ Beaton, City Club President, and I'm proud and honored to be your host today. First, however, I'd like to thank our musicians. This is the Sprague High School Spring Quartet, and under the, let's see here, find in my notes, there we go. I'm sorry. Oh, here we are, right page, fortunately. Incidentally, sorry we're starting a little late. I know that conversations are going apace, so I'm not really worried about that, but our Dolores Pigsley, this tribal council leader from Siletz, is our invocation person today, and she was delayed by a train, so there was our problem. First of all, the Sprague Quartet I'd like to introduce under the direction of Lisa Rail. And the students performing today are Sage Taloyo, Addison Jones, Finian Johnson, and Jeffrey Milberg, and we're fortunate to have such. I think we've all enjoyed the excellent music portions of the Salem City schools. So welcome today. They are going to have to leave. I understand 2 or 3 of them have exams that afternoon. Lisa was telling me, and they're, of course, we're all AP courses of certain types. So again, thank you for coming and thank you for your fine music. Now, I want to welcome Siletz Tribal Council Chair Dolores Pigsley to the podium for our invocation, which will be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you wouldn't mind, please join us in standing for that. Thank
you for being here. How are you? Good morning, everyone. I'm from the Confederated Tribes of Siletz, and I bring you blessings from the tribe. Our tribe is a major part of this city, and we're very pleased to be asked today to provide a blessing. Thank you for asking me. Creator, Father, God, whatever you believe, we're here today to remind us that we have a role on earth that is bigger than just our profession and our personal life. And today I read a sign that said, it's National Happiness Day, it's National Ravioli Day, and it's also, for those who believe, it's Lent, and it's a very solemn time when we look at ourselves and decide what kind of sacrifice we're going to make. As politicians, and I never like to consider myself a politician, but we look at all the things we do and the things we get praised for, but we also look at all the things that we need to do, things that we need to finish in our lives. And it's not an easy task, and for the city, for the tribes, it's a very difficult task looking at all the people that we serve and looking for ways to provide answers for the homelessness, for behavioral health issues, for health, and for all the issues and things that we've seen in the past. We look for spiritual renewal during this time of Lent. We look for better ways to do business. We ask that you bless us with some answers and from some ways that we can work together, provide good public service, and live happy, peacefully, and gracefully, and be able to serve those people that need it most. The city of Salem is a wonderful city. I live here. And so I know, and we all know the politics that happen, but we look to our spiritual leaders to give us some answers to some of the major problems that we face in this community. And I thank you all for being here, and I look forward to the State of the City address. Thank you so much. Amen.
Thank you. Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's really kind of in the way. Thank you. That's the first time I've led the Pledge of Allegiance since the 6th grade. Mayor Hoy will be introducing some people and the Salem City Councilors presently within his address, but before that, I want to take a moment to introduce some other local elected officials who are joining us here today. First, State Senator Deb Patterson. I don't know where. Okay. Marion County Commissioners Colm Willis, Danielle Bethel, and Kevin Cameron. Kaiser City Councilor Sarita Cross. Marion County District Attorney Paige Clarkson. Now I'd like to introduce the representatives of our other partner organizations. As you all know, this event annually is co-sponsored by the Rotary, Chamber of Commerce, and Salem City Club. Allison Kelly, President of the Rotary Club of Salem. Kathy Grimes, President-elect of the Rotary Club of Salem. And let's hear it for all Rotary Club members who are here. All right. I'd like to introduce Tom Hoffert, CEO of Salem Area Chamber of Commerce. And chamber members. Okay. Are there people here from the City Club? Yeah, there we are. City would be a better place if all of you belonged to all three. Now it's my privilege and honor to introduce our mayor, Chris Hoy, to deliver the State of City address. A little bit about our mayor. Chris Hoy took office November 2nd, 2022, after serving as Salem City Councilor for Ward 6 since March 2017. He is a fourth-generation Oregonian. He grew up on the Oregon coast, where his family was one of the earliest Dungeness crab processors. He graduated from Willamette University with a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and a minor in English. Chris and I knew each other, but I was teaching economics and he was majoring in political science, so just to protect his integrity, he never had a class from me. Although I've had moments of wishing some politicians knew more about economics. That's another issue. He spent a 30-year career in law enforcement as the undersheriff of Clackamas County when he retired in the spring of 2019. Some of the highlights of his career include helping people with mental illness avoid criminal penalties for low-level offenses. He oversaw a residential alcohol and drug treatment program and started a program dedicated to treating drug-addicted women through trauma-informed care. He was first elected to the council in a special election of March 2017 and was re-elected in May of 2018. He was elected president of the council by his peers every year since 2019. In that role, Chris, of course, served as chair of the Salem Housing Authority. He was appointed to state legislature in December 2021 to fill the remainder of the term for the House District 21. Please join me in welcoming Salem Mayor Chris Hoy.
Sorry, we just have to make some quick adjustments here. Well, thank you. Thank you, Chair Pigsley, for your wonderful invocation and for taking the time to join us today. I'm very grateful for you being here and for your partnership with the City of Salem. We appreciate it very much. Well, good afternoon, everyone. I thank you for being here today. My staff assured me that if we ordered the Moroccan tagine for lunch, that you would all show up, and sure enough, you did. So they were right once again. I want to thank the sponsors of this annual event, the Salem City Club, the Downtown Rotary, and the Salem Area Chamber of Commerce. Before I begin, I'd like to take this opportunity to share my appreciation and gratitude to several individuals. First, I'd like to thank the city employees who are here, and those who are also in the field doing their jobs. I could not be more thankful for your work during these last few years, and I could not be more proud of you. Could you stand if you're a City of Salem employee, please? What I have learned over the last 7 years serving the city is that we have the best local government employees in the state. City employees continue to show up to work every day, 24 hours per day and 365 days per year. And sometimes they do the work of 2 or even 3 people. They complete their work because of the commitment and dedication to serving you, our community. From the bottom of my heart, I thank them and promise to continue to fight for the revenue we need to deliver the services our residents demand. Yeah, we can clap for that. I'd also like to thank our department directors for the work they do. And I'd like to specifically mention that last month we got a new city librarian, Bridget Escada. Bridget, could you stand up, please? Previously, Bridget was doing the jobs of 3 people while acting in capacity. Thank you, Bridget, for your amazing work, and thank you for stepping up into this new role. I apologized to her before this speech. I said sorry for what's to come, and she didn't know what I was talking about, and now she does. So. Sorry to embarrass you, but it's important. We are very excited for your leadership, Bridget, and I hope that you get to operate a library with all the services befitting the capital city very soon. And finally, I'd like to share my appreciation for my colleagues who are with me today. Council President Virginia Stapleton, representing North and Central Salem. Councilor Linda Nishioka, representing Central Salem. Councilor Trevor Phillips, representing Central and Southeast Salem. Councilor Deanna Gwynn, representing South Salem. Councilor Jose Gonzalez, representing North Salem. Councilor Julie Hoy, representing East Salem. Councilor Vanessa Nordyke, representing South Salem. Councilor Mickey Varney, representing West Salem. And joining them on the stage is our fantastic city manager, Keith Staley. I am happy to report that our local economy is robust and is gaining momentum. Our new commercial passenger air service is a success. Avelo is seeing a high enough passenger volume that they are making a profit and expanding. They're adding Sonoma, California to the destinations they offer. We look forward to the continued economic benefit that our airport brings to our region. We're also building new large-scale housing developments in all corners of Salem. And we're seeing industrial development and job growth at the Mill Creek Corporate Center and the Salem Business Campus. And there's new commercial investments at the Willamette Town Center, formerly the Lancaster Mall. Our downtown continues to see progress with the development of the Rivenwood Apartments, the Holman Hotel, and the recent announcement of the development of Block 50 into mixed use and shopping. Additionally, we continue to work with the developers supporting the Front Street Cannery project, a transformational new development for the riverfront north of downtown. Private investment is excited about Salem's future. And Killer Burger came to town. We must be doing something right. We got Killer Burger. But sadly, still no Burgerville. What's going on, Burgerville? Call me. You know how to get a hold of me. Call me. What's going on? We're also demonstrating that Salem cares. We've been able to care for some of the most vulnerable in our community by continuing to advance as a statewide leader in our housing and homeless response. We have tripled the number of emergency shelter beds, and nearly 80% of all affordable housing in Salem has been added in the last 5 years. And with a thank you nod to Jimmy Jones and our partner at Arches, we've received compliments from the governor, who said that our Project Turnkey, which turns underutilized motels into shelters, was being done better than anywhere else in the state. While we've had some amazing successes, our persistent revenue challenges threaten our ability to support these critical services and threaten our hard-won success. Despite the capabilities of our city employees and the advances we've made in housing and economic development, we are faced with unprecedented revenue shortfall. This crisis wasn't created by city management, city council, or by any of you. It's a math problem that needs a statewide fix. And until the state fixes it, we will live under a broken revenue system that doesn't keep up with the rising costs of the basic services like police officers, firefighters, and librarians. We don't have enough firefighters to handle the astronomical increase in 911 calls since COVID. We don't have enough police officers to adequately address the rise in violent crimes. And we certainly don't have enough for the community outreach that it takes to stop our kids from going down the wrong path to begin with. Property taxes help local government pay for public safety. 30 years ago, Measures 5 and 50 combined to severely limit property tax revenue. Fast forward to today, and now those same dollars that used to pay for a firefighter or a police officer only pay for 3/4 of one. How did we get to this point? When I joined the council in 2017, at the beginning of the homelessness crisis, 26% of Salem residents listed responding to homelessness as their top priority. In 2018, it was 33%, then 41%, then 49%. Then in 2021, 58% of residents listed responding to homelessness as the #1 issue they wanted the council to address. Here's the rub, though. Cities have no funding mechanism to address homelessness. Cities are set up to provide infrastructure and public safety. We do water, wastewater, streets, parks, police, and fire. Counties are funded to provide social services to residents. They're responsible for Salem residents' behavioral health treatment, addiction treatment, and public health, and they receive money from the state to address these issues. But cities like Salem are the first and last line of defense. And when the problem is on Liberty Street and not Cordon Road, our residents expect action from us. Using one-time grants and COVID relief funds, we were able to step up and address homelessness, but our revenue system has never been adjusted to fund these services annually. Our residents' expectations pushed us to explore new partnerships and develop new strategies that reach beyond the capacity of Salem alone. We teamed up with community partners to create the Mid-Willamette Valley Homeless Alliance, and we partnered with the Mid-Willamette Valley Community Action Agency. We successfully lobbied the state for funds to create a navigation center. We partnered with Church at the Park to launch 3 micro-shelter communities. We created the Salem Outreach and Services team to go into unmanaged camps to connect unsheltered residents with the services they need to get off the streets. We also started a pilot program to help people living in their vehicles repair them so they wouldn't be towed. And we started a Safe Park program so individuals living in their vehicles can do so safely and legally. All of these programs have been launched since 2017 in response to listening to our residents' wishes. At the core of the homelessness crisis is the cost and availability of housing. We prioritize streamlining and simplifying the process to better support development. To continue responding to the needs of the community, city leaders have focused on eliminating barriers in the creation of housing and have worked to eliminate barriers for individuals seeking housing. For example, a new program that provides the community with free pre-approved building plans for accessory dwelling units. Now community members can download the plans in English and Spanish on the city's website. Like other municipalities, Salem's permitting function was traditionally split between 2 departments and multiple divisions. This structure separated and limited collaboration between functions, resulting in operational silos that hindered our effectiveness and created inconsistencies in the customer experience. Developers faced uncertainty and frustration with the permitting process and were dissatisfied with the pace and availability of information. In response, last year, we shifted permitting professionals into one team to build a community-centric culture of service a community-centric culture of service delivery informed by data-driven decisions. We streamlined Salem's permitting and will produce more housing more quickly for our community. On November 30th, 2023, the Salem Housing Authority exceeded our placement goals for the rapid rehousing program we established under Governor Kotek's executive order. We not only exceeded our placement goals, but we only expended 68% of the budget that was meant for that program. Yeah. As a result, we were allowed to continue the program past its original deadline to further benefit our community members. Salem Housing Authority also successfully negotiated with the owners of Orchard Park to preserve the affordability of a 224-unit complex. A quick glance around town will show you that in East Salem, East Park is building 659 single-family homes and 369 apartments. Northeast Salem is getting a 405-unit apartment complex on Hazel Green. In South Salem, Mahonia Crossing will offer 313 affordable housing units. In West Salem, Titan Hill is developing 436 units, and 3 subdivisions near Landau Street are the site of 391 single-family homes. All in all, there are thousands of apartments, single-family homes, and affordable housing units coming online. Yeah, we can clap for that. That's really good stuff. In addition to revenue reform, preventing homelessness, and increasing housing, we are also laser-focused on responding to a rising rate in violent crimes in our community through our Community Violence Reduction Initiative. Last year, Chief Womack and I began meeting to discuss how the city should address the increase in violent crime. The first task was to understand in detail what was going on and where. We commissioned a study, and those findings were presented in a joint city and Marion County work session in November. During that work session, I promised that we would engage with the community to identify solutions. And I'm happy to report that we brought our community together for the first of these conversations on March 6th, and we're planning 3 more. The goal of these meetings is to increase awareness, identify community stakeholders and partners, and to develop prevention and intervention strategies that reach beyond law enforcement. Law enforcement is only one piece of the solution. The rest must come from the community. As we have done to address our housing challenges, we need to forge partnerships and enlist our residents, not-for-profits, service organizations, and businesses in strategies designed to help prevent violent crime. When I was on this stage a year ago, I spoke about a new beginning for Salem, a vision of collaboration with city councilors, interest groups, businesses, and residents. Like mayors before me, I reported on the amazing work of our city employees and the volunteers and of our volunteer city council, and then delivered information on the delicate state of our revenue situation. I shared with you that without significant help from our county and state partners or significant public investment, we would no longer be able to provide services to our unsheltered population. We would not have enough firefighters to adequately address and respond to emergency calls, and that we would not be able to address and reduce a growing violent crime rate. I explained how 30 years ago, Measures 5 and 50 capped property taxes, resulting in today's costs being beyond the revenue we can capture, leaving us 2 choices: find additional revenue or reduce services. Fast forward to today, and we continue to fight for additional revenue to support our residents' needs. We continue to leverage every possible opportunity to lobby our state and federal legislators, as well as the governor's office. We've been successful in obtaining grants and one-time funding that benefit the city, but we continue to wait for those same leaders to deliver results to our residents through a payment in lieu of taxes. We continue to wait and wait and wait to address the ongoing costs related to homelessness, and in the revenue reform that will provide us with sufficient public safety infrastructure to keep you safe. We have a revenue task force of volunteers from around the city that is hard at work, identifying funding that will help us address our short-term problems. This task force is representative of the entire community and has members from every ward. There are no elected officials on it, and a third party is facilitating it. I thank them for their work and urge our community to support the outcome of that process. And so the road ahead is challenging. Its path is unknown, and our destination is not obvious. But we have faced challenges before. When our community faced COVID, our residents sewed masks and supported businesses. When a 4-alarm fire scorched St. Joseph's Church in the early morning, over 200 people in our community held Mass in the afternoon rain beside it. When a fire started on Jory Hill last summer, employees from Emery & Sons Construction, who were working nearby, steered their heavy equipment towards the flames. The fire lines they cut earned the compliments of Salem Emergency Manager Joe Hutchinson, who credited them with saving a good chunk of the community. And 13 days ago, when the unimaginable happened in Bush Park, bystanders from our community and first responders sprang into action to save lives. Our community responds to adversity with strength. Our community responds to challenges with perseverance. We will protect what we must, and we will find solutions together. As a united community, we will emerge and well on our way to becoming the vibrant and robust Salem we envision. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to have you give one more thanks to all our elected officials for their efforts in our behalf. The community is certainly better off for all of your leadership, and it includes all of you on the council, as well as our county commissioners. Remember, Salem is in Marion County as well. So.
And Polk.
And Polk. Oh, yes. Are they here? Right. And Polk. On behalf of the 3 organizations sponsoring this, I would like to thank the following partners who deserve our appreciation for today. The city staff for helping arrange today's event, and also CC Media for recording and for airing live on Channel 21 this proceeding. Thank you. We couldn't do that without you. And finally, thanks to all of you for coming today. It's been a pleasure and an honor for the City Club to be your sponsor this year. Next year, the Salem Rotary will be your host. And one thing I can guarantee you, you will hear from Mayor Hoy. We are adjourned.